Well, if you happen to be between 20 to 29 years old, now this is your video. These are the 5 things that you're not supposed to do them at all cost. And guess what? I'm going to take you step by step and explain exactly what are these 5 things. And by the way, guess what? These are the most of the things that you find people at their 30s, 40s, and 50s regrets and saying, hey, I really wish if someone can take me back to my 20s, I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are lucky and you're watching this video at that age, then this is the time that you make that difference. All right? Let me not waste your time. And I know why I always tell you to subscribe to my channel. Okay? This is the importance, because if you do, anytime I post a new video, you get be notified. Now, how do you subscribe? That's another question that I get all the time. Down below there on your right, there's like a small button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button, like the video. By the way, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. And by only doing that, a whole YouTube will notify you once I upload a new good video. Let's get into the business, okay? Because I don't want to waste your time. Okay, now the point number 1 that is not supposed to do if you're 20 to 29 years old is that believing that life starts at 40. Most of the people you find them at this age, they always say, life starts at 40. Like right now is YOLO. You only live once, throw parties and what have you. Get yourself happy. You feed your emotions, and all those kind of things. No, the point is, no. Life does not begin at 40. I don't know what you mean by when you say life begins at 40, because you're not dead. You're still living. The fact remains, when you're at your 20 to 29, that's the time that you're supposed to be trying different things. Can you imagine this? You are above 40 and that's the time that you're trying different things. You've never invested. You don't even know what's a share. You don't even know what's a money market fund. You don't even know what's a business. You cannot even be able, you don't even know what's a skill. If I tell you, hey, there are people who are get paid by doing like copywriting. There are people who get paid by doing a graphic design and all those kind of, nothing. Sometimes, I usually receive some calls from people aged at 50 years and above. Then they're telling me, hey, Joseph, would you mind teaching me some of their skills like web designing? And I'm like, wow. At 50, you're thinking of web designing and what have you. Sometimes you understand them because they were never, born during the era of technology and what have you. But everyone who is at 20 to 29 years old, come on, guys. We got technology here, all right? We have to do something about it, okay? So this is the time to build yourself. By the time you're clocking that 40 that you're saying that life starts at 40, you already know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that's how you grow yourself and progress to the next level. So cease saying that life starts at 40. No, that is usually one of the, I don't know whether it's a saying or a proverb or whatever it is. This is one of the proverbs that are said by people who tend to be lazy, justifying their laziness, justifying their things and all those kind of things. But if you say it on a perspective like someone start to become a little bit stable at 40 and what have you, that makes sense. But if you're saying like life starts at 40, that's the time you're gonna get yourself you roll up your sleeves and start working. Now you're getting it wrong. All right. So cease saying that life starts at 40. Life starts now if you're watching this video, right? The next point, that's B, doing what you love or believing by doing what you love, it's the ultimate goal or the ultimate ticket to your dreams. You see, there is these things that usually sold to you guys like, hey, do that what you love, do that what you're passionate about, that's what's gonna make your dreams and all those kind of things. There's no problem with that. But what if that what you love is not what the current situation is presenting you? Now, what do? It means now by default you can become a useless person in the society? No, that does not mean so. For example, how many of you are watching this video? You went to university, you obviously studied that what you love. Maybe you studied something like econ statistics, you studied actuarial science, you studied biochemistry, you studied whatever the thing that you studied. Then that means that you really love that thing. But right now, as you're watching this video, are you employed? Are you actually disseminating those services to those respective areas and get paid out of that? Most of you probably going to say no. Why? Because the opportunities that are out there are not actually satisfying or fulfilling that what you love, are not actually meeting your passion. So then you have to understand things. It is not the only ultimate ticket to take you to your dream house or the dream place. The fact remains, sometimes you have to adjust yourself. All right? Whenever you see, they always say only a fool does not change his mind. That's what they say. So if you cannot be able to adjust yourself, be flexible, then I'm not the one who is saying so, but they are calling you a fool because you're not adjusting yourself. So the point is this: do not view as the only that thing that you're passionate about, the ultimate ticket to take you to your dream. Sometimes adjust yourself with the situation so that you fit in. Because if you become, rigid, you're actually gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna get a very bumpy ride along the way. And therefore, what I would advise you to do, adjust yourself. If you realize, hey, this job is not available, do that what you can as you wait for that what you want. And also that what you can, appreciate it, or rather, Accept that's where you are, but don't appreciate it. Seek for more things that you can be able to do, be it either skills that you can monetize, scale them down, make more as you progress to the next level. And I always tell you guys, how about you go check my older videos? I was painting and I was a graduate. I was painting with, Form 4 dropouts, Class 8 dropouts, and what have you. But I knew, hey, I have the dream and I have to push it. Go get motivated by those older videos of mine, all right? See, it is believing that everyone owes you everything. Now, listen. Your dreams are not held by the government, neither where you come from, all right? And I know you're thinking, hey, if we elected who, I don't know, I'll be where, I don't know. Those are people who are fighting for their own dreams. Nobody cares about you. That's for a fact. And I made a video and I told you, the earlier you accept this, the better. Nobody owes you nothing. That's for a fact. And don't think that your dreams are being held by anybody. The fact remains, if you get that into your head, you're gonna limit your achievements. The fact remains, I am not denying that they haven't provided the good environment for us to do 1, 2, 3 as young people and what have you. But the fact remains, now, if they haven't done that, what do you do? If you can't fight them, what do you do? I'm not saying you join them. The fact remains, you have to work on yourself, work by yourself, and do that. If I tell you the number of guys who are young and they are in Gulf, working, they are whatever thing, they're doing the best that they can to make sure that they provide for their families, you'll be shocked. And by the way, I am not a prophet, but I can foretell in 30 years to come, those guys who are outside the country, they will come back here, they'll build greater things, and that will be the genesis of the transformation of this great nation of ours. So what does it tell you? It tells you, pick a thing. It may not be the thing that you love, but pick it up. Do the thing that you can. Stop blaming anybody. And let me tell you one secret. Poverty usually starts between your ears, meaning in your head before it goes into your pocket. All right. So, and another thing that I will tell you, if you're not so good the way you think about money, then you won't be so good the way you keep it, the way you multiply it, the way you invest it, and the way you do your thing. So everything revolves around how you perceive the things. And I'm going to give you my own simple example. Once I graduated, I used to think like, hey, guess what, guys? Parents should actually fund me. They already know that, hey, there are limited jobs out there. They should fund me, start a business and what have you. I actually wrote business plans to them. And I told them, you guys, I think you should fund me. Actually, I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking like, you guys, you should fund me, start a business because of, coming out of the schools and with this entitlement and all those kind of things. And I realized nobody was actually even turning to listen to me. They ignored me. And I was like, okay, fine. Guys, does it mean you hate me or something or sort? But one time I made a decision. As I was walking and asked myself, okay, fine. What is the nature trying to tell me? It is telling me that, hey, guess what? This is the time as a man, roll up your sleeves, do the thing. Get into the dirt and work yourself out. That is the only way to get yourself out of it. By the grace of God, everything works out and you can be able to do the thing. But if you hang around with this mentality that everyone owes you everything, whenever I ask you, why are you not saving? It is because of the economy. Why are you not saving yourself? It is because everything is actually skyrocketing. I think the Kenyan government is not doing the thing. I think where I was born is actually... Bro, if you keep on complaining about that kind of a thing, then you're gonna take you a lot of time before you transform and change your life. So stop doing that. What do you do? Yes, no, they're not doing the actual thing. And let me tell you one secret. No matter which country you go, the citizens always complains. All right, there are some people who are fighting to be Kenyan citizens. They are trying the best they can. That's the point. The point is learn to actually transform the situation that you are in so that you grow to the next level. Now, the part D is wasting the ultimate luxury of time that you have at that particular moment. Let me tell you one secret. If there is a time to make or break it, it's at 20 to 29. It's arguably the time that you got your first salary. It's arguably the time that you're through with your colleges and universities and what have you. It's arguably the time now you're getting up into the working environment, the time that now they regard you as an adult, the time that you're thinking about getting families. Is the time about now you know very well that this is where I'm heading, the time that you start taking alcohol and whatever. It's the time that you start becoming a pastor and prophets and pilots. And I mean, it's the time to make or break it. So, and let me tell you one secret about this world. It's either you choose to be a prey or a predator. That's for sure. Because let me tell you one thing. This is like this world that you're living in, it's a competition. Whoever told you it's not a competition actually was just trying to tell you what you want to hear, but the reality is a very, very, very stiff competition. All right. And by the way, nowadays it doesn't matter who you are, whether the gender, whether you're a man or you're female or whatever you are. The fact remains, this is a stiff competition, and you have to roll up your sleeves. You have to do something for the sake of your life. And at 20 to 29, this is the best time to get yourself into stock. This is the best time to try. Do you have 30,000? Strike a cash. Try a business. Do you have yourself 40,000? Try something. Do you live at up country? Get some chickens there. Get some pigs that you can rear. Get that thing that you can be able to do out there. Do you have some cash? Dare do this. Dare do the other. Get yourself some skills. Try many things as you can. As 20 to 25, 29, these are the time that we say try as many things as you can. From 30 to 40, learn from somebody. From 40 to 50, do that what you can because you don't have the time. From 50 to 60, inspire somebody. Above 60, just relax. Time is not on your side. Eat what you invested when you were young. So when you have the mentality of having the thinking that life starts at 40, you can just imagine the kind of a mess you can get yourself into. The point is, get yourself into the thing that you know can actually change and transform your life. I always give people some challenge. If you're at 2029, how about you get yourself, like, for example, I was talking recently, I was talking to university students, and I was telling them, if that amount of money that you usually get as a help, like 100 bob, 300, 4, 5, 6, whatever the amount of money, you get them into a money market fund continuously. By the time you graduate, you'll have yourself enough capital to start a business. You don't have to be a nuisance to anybody. But this information is not actually available there. And if it's available for those who can hear, they tend to ignore. And that now takes me to the last point. The last thing that you're not supposed to do is to ignore Good Joseph and the advices. Because on this channel, I believe I share with you some of the information that you need to progress to the next level. Some of the information that are actually coming here from this channel. And that's why I always remind you, make sure that you hit that subscription button and also liking this video and turning that notification bell so that you never ever miss any good video. Sometimes I receive calls and people sometimes buy me lunch and tell me, hey, Good Joseph, through the grace of God, you do this and that, and actually transformed me. And I always say, it is not me, I'm just a vessel. I'm just delivering that what God has given me to you and for us to share in between us so that at least we can change and transform this country and the African nation at large and the nation or the global at large. So the point is this: never ever, the moment you meet a new person, maybe perhaps this is the first time you're watching this video and you're wondering, who is this guy talking? My name is Joseph. We talk about investments, making money, real things, not this suited information. It's the real things that you can be able to go ahead and do them so that you change and transform your life. That is exactly what you get on this channel. So consider subscribing. Comment down below, tell me what you think. I also believe that I can learn something from you because I subscribe to the understanding, just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. Allow me to tell you goodbye for now. But guess what? You can always have a conversation with me. And where do you get my number? Is on the description of this specific video. Grab it. Let's have a conversation. You can get business plans ready for different businesses. You can get booklets about different investments, like of the money market fund, shares, and what have you. And a copy goes for only 280 Kenyan shillings. Or if you would like to have a conversation with me, I'm open to that. And it's a goodbye and see you